And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are changing the battery on a 2020 Tiger 900 by Triumph, the Rally Pro. I keep forgetting what model this is. COVID. Never mind. So, the bike is nearly 2 years old. Yeah, I know, nearly. And I'm already changing the battery. What gives? Well, batteries are not really covered under warranty. And it's getting kind of cold in winter, and when I put on the, the diagnostics, which by Optimate will tell you when you start how far the volts and the amperage dip, this one went to 7 volts, which is already a dead giveaway that this battery doesn't like life anymore and is about to commit suicide. Most likely when you're on the side of the road, 500 kilometers from civilization. And that's why we're going to change it. Hey! Easy going, right? Plus, if it's winter, the motor needs more cold cranking amps, CCA, to start up. And let's face it, most manufacturers today, they go for cheap batteries, all right? Then the battery stands in the vehicle. If you have any doubt, or you're running a lot of electrical equipment, like cell phone, GPS, don't forget heated grips, heated seat, that draws a lot of current as well. Go for a quality battery. And that's what we've done. MBT Z14S, yes, I'm going to read it all out to you because some of you are illiterate. Cold cranking amps of 190. This is great. The original only had about, I think, 160 or 170, but I speak under correction, as I so often do. Yep. The original one was this one, YTZ14S. I went with Motobat because it's the only brand I trust, and lithium ion, nah, not really. Only drawback is the new Motobats, they don't have, they also cheapened it a little bit. Now they have these sort of things. Before it was just these 4 plugs where you could screw in the terminals like you wanted. Yeah, never mind. As long as it works, right? So what do we need today? Gloves, because if the battery leaks or if there's any sulfuric acid, okay, you don't have to. I mean, the hydrogen peroxide in your spit will also sort it out. So if your fingers start burning, just spit on them. If you don't have enough spit, piss on them. It's in your house, please. 8 and a 10 spanner, because 8 and a 10 are the universal bolt sizes on most motorcycles. Small toolkit in case we need anything like that, and obviously the key. And that should work. Oh, better make this quick. I ran out of coffee. So once you put the key in, flip, and then you gently lift her ass up, just like that. Bearing in mind, if you do have heated seats or anything like that, you will see the electrical. And then it's a simple matter of yoink, pull back. And again, the seat has also got electronics underneath, so just going to rest it precariously like that. Stay, stay. From there, we don't even need any tools. By the way, if you want to change your air filter, this would be the perfect opportunity, but you would need to remove these 2 panels. This is where it sits. I just took it to service. Oh well, I guess they never clean anything these days anymore. Anyway, don't lose this. And once you've done that, we lift it up. And how did we keep it? Oh no, here we go. Ta-da! All right. Then we dive even deeper. Yeah, how can you tell I'm off-roading? That is attached here. So that's that. I will be putting some red rubber grease on this because this rubber will be eaten by the dry soil, the dust, etc. It'll crack very quickly, and I don't plan on getting a new motorcycle for at least another 2 years. Once that is done, lift off this plastic decorative cover. If you want to hide your joints or medical paraphernalia, this would be a perfect place. And luckily this is a battery where the terminals are on top, not at the side. So what do we need? We actually need a screwdriver, but luckily these are bolts, so we can just loosen everything. Now, when we do this, always loosen the negative first, because you want your bike to be in a positive mood. Right, once you've loosened everything, put all the cables out of the way, and here comes the most taxing part of this whole thing. See how well you can still grip your dick. The battery, because... okay, that one's stuck. Hold on. And that's the gaping maw of your child without its battery. You know, I get kind of worried when I see this. I mean, if that's a fuse or something important, if that blows, well, you better embrace the suck, because that battery wasn't exactly light. Never mind. I'm gonna use a wet rag just to get rid of, well, most of the dust. And this is the battery. Yeah. Still in reasonable good shape. Still quite heavy, so there must still be enough electricity in there. Yeah, I heard you groan from across the world. What walks downstairs alone in her pairs, everybody's favorite friend. It's still, though it's... Jesus, where did I get that song in my head now? Never mind. If you are taking this out, remember the two ribs are on this side at the bottom. And you will need a long screwdriver just to push that back in so it stays where the hell it belongs. Okay, now, negative, positive, positive, negative, in that order. You can also attach your extras here, but when you do connect the battery, make sure that the cables leading to your baby's heart, the engine, touch first, and then the accessories, because you need all the power contained herein. As for... this is the new style. I'm not a fan of this, but never mind. So we slide these in like here, and hopefully they don't fall out. If I was a smart man, I would have put a bit of grease on there so it doesn't slide about before putting this into the engine. Learn from my fuck-ups. And there she sits. Okay, if you want, you can put a date on here saying when you installed it, but never mind. Also, Motobat is known for making batteries that are shorter. Now, normally you would have some sort of spacer kit or something just to make it level with this battery. It's not the case here. I never use those spacer kits because why? Let it sit a bit lower, you know. And here it's not a problem because it's got rubber mounting so it doesn't jump around. Okay. What else can I tell you? If you are pedantic, put a bit of terminal grease on there when you're done. Protect it from the elements. And yeah, remember, connecting, positive first, then negative. Be careful, most likely you will get a few sparks, so try not to have the tank open or any flammable things, you know. You know, nothing that would excite anyone or gaslight them. There we go, all neat and tidy. Now, if you're doing this, what I can definitely recommend is put an SAE lead on it while you're here. You can charge your battery through it, but you can also run your compressor and various other things, like if you need an extra USB port, even though there is a Hella plug on the other side, but you know, to hell with Hella. So that's that. It's all snug and secure. These are tightened down. If you're doing a lot of off-road, I just put a dab of, what is that called? Thread locker at the bottom, just in case something rattles loose, because a loose bolt like here and your bike won't start, or it won't have enough cold cranking amps, and you're on the side of the road and don't know what to do. And unlike BMW, we don't have someone on call who will charge you 20,000 just to come out and diagnose a battery. And for those who are shouting at me at this moment, why the hell did you tell us to put red rubber grease on this thing? You know how difficult it is to grab it after it's so slick and greasy? You Yeah, that's for groaning at my jokes. Okie dokie, everything tidied up. Let's see what expects us. Probably going to lose all the date, maybe your memory, your Bluetooth, the radio station, the odometer. A wrench icon. Okay, I have no idea what that wrench icon is, so we're going to use an OBD reader and see what the computer says. Okay, so I read the entire bike. There are no error codes. All that was the wrench icon appears because the date has shifted immediately to the date of service, where mine says 27th of October 2022. So all you got to do, reset the time, reset the date, it'll clear itself. Also, these things are kind of, how do we say, nice to haves, and you know why? Because these modern bikes, to protect the manufacturer, they will also log if the bike has been on its side. I shit you not. You can read the error codes using Tune ECU and one of these. You can go through the error codes and it'll tell you the bike has been laid down. So the dealer knows if you done fucked up, boy. Obviously, I've never done this. I mean, and the ending of this video, make sure it's in run. And let's see if the battery's okay. Although, well, pulling clutch and